Most people don't stay broke because they are lazy, unintelligent, or unlucky. They stay broke because they follow rules they never consciously chose. These rules are taught quietly through culture, school, advertising, and social pressure. And they feel normal because everyone around them follows the same patterns. Meanwhile, people who become rich are often playing by a completely different set of rules, even if they never talk about them openly. The gap between rich and broke is not created by one big moment. It is created by thousands of small decisions repeated over many years. The first rule that separates the rich from everyone else is how money is treated emotionally. Broke thinking treats money as something to be spent the moment it arrives. Rich thinking treats money as a tool that must be deployed deliberately. People who become rich develop the habit of pausing before spending. They ask what a purchase costs, not just today, but a lost future opportunity. This habit alone changes everything over time because it shifts money from consumption to accumulation. The second rule is understanding that income alone does not create wealth. Many people with high salaries remain broke because every increase in income is immediately matched by an increase in lifestyle. The rich break this pattern early. They create a gap between what they earn and what they spend and aggressively protect that gap. That difference becomes fuel for investing, ownership, and leverage. Without a surplus, wealth is mathematically impossible. The third rule is prioritizing ownership over appearance. Broke behavior often focuses on looking successful before becoming successful. Expensive clothes, cars, and lifestyles are used to signal progress, even when the financial foundation is weak. Rich individuals delay these signals. They direct resources toward assets that produce cash flow or appreciation rather than status. Over time, ownership quietly compounds while appearances depreciate. Another critical rule is long-term thinking. People who stay broke tend to make decisions based on immediate relief or pleasure. The rich consistently make decisions based on future outcomes. This doesn't mean they never enjoy money, but enjoyment is planned, controlled, and proportional. They're willing to be temporarily uncomfortable in exchange for permanent advantage. Time becomes their greatest ally rather than their greatest enemy. The fifth rule involves how risk is understood. Broke behavior often avoids productive risk while embracing dangerous risk, gambling, impulsive investments, and debt for consumption. Feel exciting and hopeful, but they are mathematically destructive. The rich take calculated risks where the downside is controlled and the upside is meaningful. They protect themselves from ruin first, knowing that survival allows opportunity to repeat. The sixth rule is the strategic use of debt. People who stay broke often use debt to buy things that lose value, locking themselves into long-term payments with no return. The rich, when they use debt at all, use it to acquire assets or opportunities that increase cash flow or efficiency. They understand interest, leverage, and risk exposure. Most importantly, they never allow debt to remove their flexibility or peace of mind. The seventh rule is investing in skills that compound. Rich individuals focus heavily on increasing their earning capacity by developing skills that scale with experience. They do not rely solely on credentials or fixed job roles. Skills like sales, leadership, negotiation, and problem-solving create leverage that follows them across industries and economic cycles. These skills increase income, open doors, and reduce dependency on any single employer. The eighth rule is building systems instead of relying on motivation. People who stay broke often depend on willpower, which fades under stress. The rich build automated systems for saving, investing, and discipline. They create consistency, even during uncertainty. Over time, these systems outperform bursts of effort and good intentions. The ninth rule is controlling information intake. Broke thinking is reactive, driven by headlines, fear, and hype. Rich thinking filters noise aggressively. Instead of reacting to every market movement or trend, the rich follow long-term strategies and adjust only when fundamentals change. This emotional discipline prevents costly mistakes and keeps progress intact during volatile periods. The final rule is patience. Wealth rarely announces itself while it is forming. People who stay broke often quit strategies that are working because progress feels slow. The rich understand that compounding requires time and that early stages always feel underwhelming. They continue applying the same rules year after year until the results become impossible to ignore. The uncomfortable truth is that most people know these rules intellectually. What separates the rich from everyone else is the willingness to live by them consistently, even when it feels unrewarding, boring, or socially isolating. Wealth is not created by one brilliant move. It is created by aligning daily behavior with long-term mathematics. The rich did not win because they were lucky. They won because they played a different game, followed different rules, and stayed disciplined long enough for those rules to work.